Hi everybody. This is another of our foods as medicine because it's just so important, and I'm going to continue with foods as medicine. We just, eat foods without thinking how wonderful, powerful they are for us. So today I want to talk a little bit about cranberries. And this is a really nice one. This is a dried cranberry, and it has, it's just sweetened with apple juice, organic apple juice. Because sometimes you go into the store and you'll see they're sweetened with sugar. So I don't mind apple juice, but I try and avoid the sugar ones. But cranberries are so important. We also have a frozen one here, which you can keep in your freezer. Really nice if you're making oatmeal in the morning, especially during the winter. Putting some cranberries, cooking it up with your oatmeal. And they're frozen, so you just take a few out and cook it up. It's great. Cranberries are the most nutritious food on the table at Thanksgiving. Absolutely. Even if it's the canned cranberry with all the other stuff in it, this is so important nutritionally that even that one, even that one. So it's well known for urinary tract infections. There's a lot of cranberry supplements that work when someone has a urinary tract infection. They're good to help pass kidney stones. They're good for the heart. They're good for gallbladder, gallstones, any of that. There's 50 trace minerals in the cranberry. So we always wonder how to get them into our food because they're amazing. And of course, once again, I'll put different things in the description about them. And I'm going to put this recipe too, which is, so food is medicine. This is a sweet potato, tofu, cranberry, or I should start with cranberry, tofu, sweet potato, sort of called a Buddha bowl, everything in one. And the base of this is spinach and arugula, spinach is a leafy green, and arugula, which I talked about in a previous video, is a cruciferous vegetable, which is, this is alkalining. The base of it is alkalining, which you want. You want your body to be more alkaline, and full of good enzymes. And spinach is a leafy green, so it's one of the most absorbable proteins. So that's the base. Then what I did is, with a block of tofu, I cut it up in cubes. And then I put the spices that you will see in the recipe, garlic powder and onion powder and some sea salt and some black pepper. And I put it in a bowl and just mixed it really well. And then I spread it on a baking sheet like this with a piece of parchment paper fitted in. Now, if you have two like this that'll fit in your oven, all the better, because one will be for the sweet potato and one will be for the tofu. Then I did the same thing with the sweet potato, which is, so that was quote unquote protein. And then I had a much larger sweet potato. And I did the same thing. I cubed it up and mixed it with its herbs, which were, I think, garlic powder, sea salt again. Oh, and some smoked paprika went in that. This is a really nice smoked paprika. I got it at the health food store. Should be easy to get. And I will write the name of it in the description. And if you don't, just use paprika, but the smoked one is really nice. And mix that up and spread it on a sheet too. So if you can do them both and you have a big enough oven, they cook for 30 minutes on 350 in the stove. And then halfway through, you just flip them, so that both sides get done. And that's really nice. And when that's done, let it cool off, because what I start doing is I mix everything in a big bowl first. So I put, the 4 cups of spinach, the 4 cups of arugula. You can even cut that up just a little bit. Put that in the bowl. Then when the tofu and the sweet potato have cooled off, I put it in because I don't want the heat from them to cook the spinach and the arugula. Okay, so, and I get that in, and then I put in the 1/3 of a cup of the dried cranberries. But what I do with them is I actually slice them in half because I want them to spread more in the salad or the bowl. So these are just the tips, so you know. Then there's pumpkin seeds in there. Now, I have a previous video on dry roasting pumpkin seeds, and then you can eat them like that fine as a snack, but also grinding them up like in a bullet, and that you can sprinkle on stuff. So there were pumpkin seeds were added, so I did that, and I wanted it to spread well in the salad, so I used the ground up ones. You can always have a bottle of that in the fridge. So this is mainly like prep, but once it's all together, you just mix it in one big bowl. Easy, easy, easy. Then there's 1 apple diced up in here. Now, apples rehydrate your body. They're anti-inflammatory. They're anti-cancer. They're, the apple a day keeps the doctor away. It was for a reason. Now, great brain food, too. Okay, so I diced up an apple in it, which gives it a nice crunch. Know about that. And then avocado. I split the avocado in half and then slice through it one way, slice through it again. So you've got these little pieces and put it in. This is also brain food. And this is also anti-inflammatory. Okay, this one, cranberries, will literally halt the growth of viruses and bad viruses and bad bacteria, because there's a lot of good viruses and good bacteria. This will halt the growth. Very important. So avocado is just awesome too, to have it. Oh, and a great combination. Sweet potato is so good for the stomach, like for Crohn's disease and colitis. It's really, really good. Also, and I forgot one thing. Cranberries also for stress. Okay, so viruses, stress, bacteria, all things we're dealing with. So it's always good. The best way to cook your sweet potatoes, like I'll grate it in a salad because it'll help you absorb the rest of the salad better into your body. So if I weren't doing it this way, I would have grated some. I always grate some into a salad every day. So if you bake them or steam them, those are the 2 best ways to cook a sweet potato, baked or steamed. And it's always good to have some in the fridge, because if you don't sleep well at night and wake up in the middle of the night, just go and have some of the sweet potato. Eat some of the sweet potato. It's really, really good for that. But another nice combination is taking the sweet potato when it's baked or steamed, and then taking the meat of the avocado and mashing them together. That's really nice. Okay, so just this food is medicine, and it's so important. Also in this salad was 1 cup of cooked quinoa. And that's really easy to do. You just, quinoa is always double the water to the quinoa. So if it's 2 cups of quinoa, 2 cups of water. And it cooks like in 20 minutes. So all of the cooking parts of this cooked in 20 minutes. You could have a sheet of the tofu, a sheet of the sweet potato in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes. And you can have the quinoa on top of the stove in a pot with a little bit of sea salt, cooking for 20 minutes, and then they're all ready. Just let them all cool off before you mix them in the big bowl. So please think, about cranberries. Besides, cranberries straight, like out of this package, are a great snack. I'll just eat them like that. I'm feeling a little hungry. But when you're feeling a little hungry, it's always good to drink some water first and wait like 20 minutes. Because usually our body, it takes it 20 minutes to know when it's full. But a lot of times when you're hungry, you're actually really thirsty. Most times you're thirsty first, and quench your thirst first. So look at getting cranberries. And like I said, you know, it's so nutritious that even the canned one is better than none. You know, although, you know, being who I am, and I always think, how would I cook for Bree? Bree would have this one. Absolutely, without a doubt. I would. And this is from Organic Traditions. Nice company. This is something to think about. Another, just the emphasis on, and there's so many other things that this is good for. Just every food. I mean, this cranberries has 50 trace minerals. You know, they all have vitamins and minerals and all the good stuff we need in them. And this is what your body needs to rebuild healthy tissue. Because most times, you know, eating all the processed foods and the sodas and, you know, another important thing, and I was going to say juices because so many of the juices aren't, they've got additives and stuff in it. If you're going to drink cranberry juice, make sure that it's made of 100% cranberries. It's going to be bitter, but make sure it's made of 100% cranberries. Okay, that's really important. So, you know, because when we're not healthy, which means we've got an acid body, it means we've got leaky gut for sure. That's where the ion comes in. Heal that up first. And our body has to spend all its time detoxing, trying to detox. And when it can't do it anymore, it stores it in fat cells. Or, you know, symptoms start to happen because it's just overloaded. That's natural, you know. There's a point. Have you ever felt overwhelmed? Our body feels overwhelmed most of the time. So, but when you're eating healthy and you're eating well, then the body can use this to, like, repair things. You know, it's no different like, you know, when you're living in a house, there's always something that needs to be done. You know, the garbage taken out, you know, the lawn mowed, the, you know, snow shoveled, whatever. But it can just do repairs and detox just the daily stuff from the air and whatever, instead of being, and it's like, all of a sudden you're giving something like this, that's a complete meal. I mean, I'll eat this with some kimchi on the side, and I've got everything. The only thing I'm missing are sea vegetables, and I've already had some dulse in my smoothie this morning. But this is complete, and I had it last night. It was so good. It was so good. So, cranberries, another one to start looking at getting into your diet. Please, at least weekly, not just on Thanksgiving. It is too nutritious to not have, and great snack for the kids. Nice snack, and give them, you know, a handful, and they can snack on it. And another thing is, you could give them a handful of cranberries with a handful of walnuts. Oh my God, so nutritious. So I want to thank you again for supporting the channel, for you know, the good comments, and I'm just going to, as long as I can, keep giving you all the information that comes to me, and sponsoring my channel, and you know, so thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. Otherwise, you know, there's a lot of research that goes into this, and a lot of time and effort and love. So until the next time.